Competition time again, and here is a chance to win a brand new PS5. All you got to do is subscribe to On Track GP on YouTube.
Also follow us on Instagram at OnTrackGP. Make sure you like the competition post, it's pinned on Instagram as well.
You can win yourself this right now. What are you waiting for?
Can I enter? Or can I have a go?
No.
Whenever you look at a weather forecast for Oxfordshire, which is where Silverstone is, you actually reduce it by 10 degrees because you're going to get blown to bits all day. Hey guys, it's Richard Bradley here with On Track GP. Silverstone Grand Prix coming up soon. Home race for the On Track GP team, home race for myself. Big fan of Silverstone. We're going to be showing a few things in the coming weeks to get you guys into it basically. And now the first thing I want to do is a question which I always get asked is just how fast are racing cars? Because you know, we've got really impressively quick cars coming out now. You've got your supercars which can do well over 200 miles an hour, 0 to 60 in 3 odd seconds and stuff like that. Obviously we know Formula One cars are by far and away the fastest cars in the world, but just how quick are they in relation to these cars? It's very hard to put the numbers into context, and so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you an onboard from me at a track day at Silverstone in a Peugeot 908 LMP1 diesel, which has got a 6-litre twin-turbo V12 generating about 850 horsepower with about 1,500 Newton meters of torque. Now this is probably the closest car that you can get to a Formula One car in terms of performance, and I'm going to be on track with McLaren road cars, Porsche supercars, all different sorts, Ford GTs, everything in between. And you're going to see just how lightning quick these cars are around the Silverstone Formula One circuit. Now this car was a factory Peugeot car which raced at Silverstone in the Le Mans series. It raced in the Le Mans 24 hours as well, and normally there's heavy noise restrictions at Silverstone, which means we're very restricted on what days we can run the racing cars. However, because this car is diesel, it's actually incredibly quiet, so I was on track with road cars. And yeah, as you can see, the differences are quite impressive. So hopefully this gives you guys a sense just how quick these racing cars are compared to the road cars. And just remember, the Formula One car is again another step up from this. Now the really cool thing about Silverstone and what makes it so famous is obviously its high-speed nature. So Silverstone was actually constructed very early on. Like most tracks in the UK, it was built around an airfield. The airfield was used in the Second World War, and after that racing then came to Silverstone. And it's largely been the same, but it's had a lot of edits over the years. But the basis being a perimeter around an airfield. So it's incredibly flat, and because it's so flat and based around an airfield, it means it's incredibly windy as well. There's a bit of a joke in the motorsport industry that, you know, whenever you look at a weather forecast for Oxfordshire, which is where Silverstone is, you actually reduce it by 10 degrees because you're going to get blown to bits all day. And I can tell you from having spent way too many days there doing winter testing, it is the coldest place in the world when it's raining, especially when it's sideways rain and gales and all of that. So one of the big complications with Silverstone is the wind direction because of this. Obviously being around the perimeter of an airfield, the cars are running in different directions quite a bit. So you actually have to be really on top of this because, you know, if you have a headwind going into a braking zone, for example, it means that you arrive with a lower top speed, but you generate more downforce. So that means you can brake a lot later. But then if you're going in the opposite direction, you then got a tailwind. Tailwind means your aerodynamics are reversing. So you've actually got less downforce, which means less braking performance. The wind is pushing you on apart from that, and you're arriving at a higher top speed. So all of this combined, your brain's actually has to be really active. So because of this, it's actually one of the more physical circuits that we go to, not only on your body because of the massively high speed corners that we have, but also mentally because there's a lot to compute and you're always on the edge of something going very wrong because of the massively high average speeds. Thanks guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it gave you an insight into Silverstone and just how fast racing cars are. Give us a like, comment, subscribe, let us know what your thoughts are. Do you think you could handle a racing car at that speed? Do you think you could handle Silverstone? Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Look forward to the next one.
Competition time again, and here is a chance to win a brand new PS5. All you got to do is subscribe to On Track GP on YouTube.
Also follow us on Instagram at ontrackgp. Make sure you like the competition post, it's pinned on Instagram as well.
You can win yourself this right now. What are you waiting for?
Can I enter? Or can I have a go?
No.